Hey guys, it's Alex from TECHAERIS.com, and I'm back again with another overview. I'm not calling my videos reviews because, you know, a lot of people get ticked off. This isn't a real review, blah, blah, blah. I do all of my reviews written, and you can find my reviews on TECHAERIS.com. When I do these videos, I do them just as an overview and kind of just a quick look at what it is that I'm going to be writing about. So, you know, this is just my first opinions, my first impressions of this particular device that I am going to talk about today, and that is the Super73-S Adventure electric bike, off-road, cross-terrain type of electric bike. I gotta say, this thing has been fun. I've had it for a few days. We had some rain, so I've only been able to use it a couple times. Well, more than a couple times. Probably a good dozen times I've ridden it. Enough to be able to make this video. I still have a little bit of time with it. The company is going to take it back here soon, so I'm trying to get a lot of my material recorded and pictures taken and all that other kind of stuff and notes and all that, so that I can work on the review once I have time, because I'm piling my reviews are kind of piled up right now. But this is the Super73-S Adventure electric bike. And what I'm going to do is we'll talk about it. I'm recording this in my studio because I don't do well with recording outdoors and with a camera and doing that. So what I'll do is, what I did is I took some B-roll, and what I'll do is I'll insert that into the video here so you can see the bike as I'm talking. And I think what I really like about doing it this way is the audio is much better when I do it this way than it is when I'm outdoors. Even with a good mic outdoors, I just don't feel like the audio quality is good. So anyway, Super73-S Adventure, this retails for $3,595. Currently, as you can see, if you're watching here on my screen, it is on sale for $3,195. I've reviewed a few electric bikes, and again, all my reviews are, especially on things like these, I'm not an expert. Let's put that right out there. I am not an expert on electric bikes. What I am is a consumer, and I tend to try to come at these reviews from just a normal, everyday person type of review. And so I've reviewed several electric bikes, a couple smaller ones for kids, a larger kind of 10-speed type of bike. And I'm not going to name the brands here because we're concentrating on Super 73. But out of all the ones that I have reviewed, this has been my favorite. This is a very, very fun bike. The big knobby tires are great for off-road, for grass, for gravel, rock. Obviously, you have to be careful. Always wear a helmet. I should have opened with that. Wear a helmet and a safety gear. But it's great for riding on gravel and rocks, and watch your speed. You know, just because it's built for off-road doesn't mean that you can't have an accident. So just take care. So anyway, we're going to go through the specs, and as I'm reading through all this, I'll put the video through so you can see the bike and what it looks like, and as I'm reading through these points. And I've got a little ride video. It's probably not the greatest video in the world, but I think it'll suffice. It gives you an idea of what the bike is going to look like going over the road, over gravel, over some big rock, and grass, and some other stuff. So let's just get right into it here. It says this is a new twist on a classic ride, the Cross-Terrain Conqueror, and this is the exact color and bike that we got. I tell you, my kids really love it. You know, it's just a very, very fun bike, and I really enjoy it. It looks small in the photos, but it's a very substantial bike. And I'm a big guy, and it has no problem handling my weight and my size. So it says the Cross-Terrain Conqueror, the classic styling and heritage form factor of the S2 just got a bit more gritty with the new elongated seat and down tube mounted battery. This bike remains sleek enough for the streets, but rugged enough for the trail, for riders 16 years of age and older. So has a top speed of 20 miles plus. So on flat road, this will get you. I got up to 20 miles per hour easy, just using electric and no pedaling. When you're going down hills, obviously you're going to pick up speed, and I have gotten it up to 30, 32, 33 miles an hour going down hills. Our hills here are very steep, so what I did like about it is it got up our hills fairly easily with pedal assist. You got to get in a low gear and pedal, and it'll help that get up the hill. So battery range 40 to 75 miles. I have not tested that yet. I haven't had time to really dig into the battery. The kids have been riding it quite a bit, and they generally ride it for a few hours, and then I haven't really, I can't give a number on it because I don't know for sure. That'll be in the review though. Motor's 750 watt nominal, and we'll drill down here. It says top speed. Okay, we already talked about that. Charge time 6 to 7 hours. That's about right. I wish the charge time was a little faster. It does take about 6 to 7 hours, sometimes more, to charge it from dead to full. So it'd been nice to have that a little bit more, give it a fast charge. I don't know how they would do that, but there's the technologies out there. The battery's 960 watt hour battery, 48 volt, and UL 2271 compliant. I already talked about the motor. It's a 750 watt nominal. View motor power chart, which we can actually click on that, but we're not going to do that. Throttle. I got a thumb throttle, which I'm kind of. So the thumb throttle works. Don't get me wrong, it works fine. But I would have preferred more of a motorcycle throttle where the actual grip was the what. It's just because of what I'm used to in motorcycles. So the thumb throttle, I guess, is good because it forces you to push with your thumb further down to really get that speed going. So it's not. Maybe it's a safety thing. I don't know why they chose a thumb throttle, but it works fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a preference for me that I would have preferred a grip throttle. Gearing and rear derailleur is 8-speed, and the gear changes are done through. It's got a little gear switching on the left handlebar, and they're pretty smooth. Had no issues with it. Changing gears is pretty easy. It's about 80 pounds. The length is 69.5 by 28.5 by 43.5. The weight limit is 325 pounds. Seat height is 31 inches. The frame set is the frame is aluminum. Suspension front only, rear rigid. So it has front shocks in the front here, and you can see that depending on where I put the B-roll. But the front shocks are on the front there, and then you have disc brakes in the front, and I believe on the back as well. Let's see here. Yeah, brakes hydraulic, and those are just like regular bike brakes, but they're hydraulic, and they work really well. So really good brakes. And tires are made by Grizzly, 4.5-inch front and 5-inch rear. Inner tubes 20-inch by 4.5 by 5. It's got lights, and it's got an LED headlight and a LED tail light, which is really nice to have. And it does have a horn, and the horn is loud. It's not like a little bell. This thing is loud, and it does get your attention. So, but I mean, I would not say this is. I mean, you do what you want. You do you. Our kids, they're allowed to ride the bike on our local street, but not on any major street. So. This is for us. It was in the grass and the gravel roads, and on the small street where there's less traffic. We don't live in a very high traffic area. We live out rural, so there's far less traffic here than there is when we used to live in Chicago. So I wouldn't let them ride this on a major thoroughfare in Chicago. But in our suburb where we used to live, they would have been fine. We have a little cul-de-sac type of area, so that would have been fine. But there it tells you here, the brakes are Tektro HD E730 hydraulic brakes, and then you have this thing called the Adventure seat. Now the Adventure seat is, I really like this seat a lot. What I notice is I tend to sit back further, so it's really nice to be able to sit back further back, and then my older daughter, she sits a little further up. So there's plenty of space here in the seat to accommodate a rider of almost any height, and you know, you can find your comfort zone here. 8-speed gearing, grizzly tires, everything, they repeat everything here. Key components: each bike comes pre-programmed in the Class 2 mode, which allows for throttle operation and pedal assist riding up to 20 miles an hour. Switch between ride modes to access Class 1, Class 3, and off-road mode to reach 28 miles an hour. So you can get to 28 miles an hour. You just have to go through the modes. And this is app connectable. I played with the app a little bit, but I'm not going to talk about it because I haven't really played with it enough. The battery is removable. There's a lock on it, and it comes with 2 keys, and you can take the battery off and you can charge it away from the bike somewhere. Which is convenient. Like if you decide to ride this, if you're an urban dweller and you ride this to work, and you park it somewhere and lock it down, but you don't have anywhere to charge the battery, you can take the battery off and charge it in your office or wherever you are. So it says charging on the go. We've made it easy for you with a removable battery. Get 40 miles of range at 20 miles under Class 2 throttle. Only operations 75 miles of range using Class 1 pedal assist mode. So, battery is going to depend on how far you're going and what mode you're using. Smart display. So it says there's a little display on the left handlebar where your gear changer is, and it says stay mobile with Super 73 app and the smart display. Once you download, you'll unlock all your bike's features via over-the-air updates. You also gain access to turn-by-turn navigation, easily transition between pedal assist modes, and get to view your ride stats in real time. So it'll give you your speed and all the other stuff on here. It's a really small little kind of OLED display. It's simple but effective. I like it. It's fine. It's not over. I like that it's simple and not overly done. So yeah, that is the Super 73 S Adventure. Really enjoying this bike. It's probably by far my favorite electric bike that I've ever tested and reviewed. Of course, this is just an overview. Putting it together is very simple. It came with just the pedals needed to be put on, and the left and right are labeled. You just put those on, and the handlebars are already pre-wired. You just pull the handlebars up, put the wires in place, and then lock it down with the on the neck. Comes with the tools included for the wrench for the pedals and the Allen key for the handlebars. So it's all ready to go. It's pretty simple. I would suggest that you plug it in and charge it to full before you use it the first time. So yeah, that's the Super 73-S Adventure. Really enjoying this bike. It's a lot of fun. Stay tuned for the full written review on TECHAERIS.com at some point in the near future here. Like I said, I got other reviews I'm working on. Hopefully I'll get to this one as soon as I can. But in the meantime, I'm going to go out and enjoy it again today because my kids aren't home and I get to play with it. So it'll be a nice Friday for me. You guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you comment, like, share, subscribe. Keep following us. Make sure you, like I've said time and again in our videos, you guys are our new Google. You are our search engine. The only way we get traction is through grassroots sharing, and that's through you. Please share. Please like, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Be blessed. Have a great weekend. Take care of each other, and we will talk to you on the other side.